Tinkerlands A Shipwrecked Adventure just released. It is an open world survival adventure game, and I spent 100 days minus 80 days because it's still on prologue. So let's begin. So I spawned in this island after the world has finished generating. So yeah, the movements are pretty basic, just WASD, and there's a box here full of our starting gears, the pickaxe, the axe, and a legendary stick. Am I lucky or is it really legendary from the start? I don't know. Anyways, I started clearing the area, clearing the rocks and the wood around me. I needed the materials to make a workbench. And as I was minding my own business, I did not expect this reaction here. Where are you going? Okay, so I need to talk to this guy. So yeah, it looks like we're stranded here and the captain is missing. So we need to explore the island and find the captain. And she gave me a map and it might be useful. Yes, it would be actually. Anyhow, before I went on an adventure, I decided to gather all the resources that were around me. And I opened the map and looking at the left side, there's already like a list of what I should be doing. Oh look, it's a random merchant. It's the traveling merchant. He basically sells a lot of goodies that are like way beyond our level and our capabilities of buying. But it's always nice to have a merchant that sells us like goods that we shouldn't have been able to obtain, but we can obtain with the power of money. Right now I only had like 7 gold. Anyways, as I went on, I saw the forest biome already. And then I thought it was enough that I already like gathered a bunch of stuff already. It was time to make myself a workbench as it was already dark. I made an upgrade to my gears. I made a stone pickaxe and a stone axe, as well as a wooden sword and a wooden boomerang, as well as a full set of wooden armor and a magical staff. As I look at the stats of my stick and my wooden sword, I was not expecting my stick was a legendary stick. I'm not sure if this is intended, but the wooden sword is kind of useless now that I have the legendary stick. It's pretty good compared to that. So I guess every time you craft an item, there's a chance that you will imbue it with a random enhancement. Like, if you check my pickaxe, it's swift, while my axe is a normal axe, and my boomerang was also swift. Anyways, I continued my adventure, and I realized there was actually a very easy way to get some leaves. It seems that the forest area gave more leaves than what the trees gave on the beach. So now I'm getting leaves like it's not a problem anymore. I was having trouble because the palm trees weren't giving that much leaves, but now it's solved. For this abandoned house I found, I got a shoe. A leather boots. A shoe accessory that increased my maximum speed. I'm always happy to get like speed buffs. So while pondering if I should make this my base, probably not. I want to go to like the center of the map. But I decided to make it a temporary base for now. So I laid down my workbench and my saw table. I can now make a furnace and an iron anvil. I just wanted to check what I can make with the iron anvil. There were a bunch of goodies here like copper, iron, gold, and I don't know what's this last one, the spider set. I then saw a random NPC on the forest. It was the bard. And he said he can protect me from the desert as long as I built him a house. Well, I'm gonna think about that. For now, I explored the forest and engaged in a combat with the slime using my bow. And my aim is not really great. Anyways, I basically did like almost no damage. It's a waste of ammo for now. I tried out my boomerang as well. It's pretty cool. It has like higher damage than my bow and it doesn't use ammo. That's the great thing about it. As for a magic staff, it dealt a lot of damage, but I can only cast like 3 times because I only had like 20 mana. So the legendary stick was the way to go. Melee was great. As I ventured some more, I saw this like grave-like thing. So I mined it with my pickaxe. I got some bones from the surrounding skeletons it had. And yeah, I got bone and rock. I wasn't sure what the deal was with this thing. Anyways, thanks for the bone, I guess. I'm gonna make the bone bow and the bone sword. As I continued my exploration, I actually saw this giant chest right here. And it contained another boots. I didn't really need this, but I do want that potion though. So in this game, there's a quick action button for the potion. It's the letter R. And for mana, it's Q. This thing heals me like for 50 HP, and that's very useful. That's like half my HP right now. Anyways, I continued gathering goods, and as I killed the slime, I actually got a boss summoning item. It was a slime voodoo doll. Just by activating it, it would summon the Slime King, but I don't think I have enough power right now, so I'm gonna save it for later. So yeah, upon returning home, I made myself the bone sword and the bone bow. Hopefully it would improve my attack power. As I went exploring some more, I found a goblin guarding a house. It doesn't seem to be hostile as it was running away from me, or it just couldn't see me because it was completely dark and I can see because I have a player's point of view. But anyways, it was starting to become morning again, so we're fine. I'm gonna loot this chest. It was so convenient to get a portable candle in this chest. I was so happy that I have a light source now. I also got myself another slime voodoo doll. I guess the game can't wait for me to fight like the Slime King. I found yet another chest and it contained a new armor, the rusty armor. It was an improvement from my wood armor and I'm happy for this. Then, as I went more deeper to the right side, I encountered the snow biome. I can't really explore here yet or I will die from the frost. I tried mining the ice because I was curious, but I had to run away because I was dying from cold. And there were this like snowball monster. I tried killing it with my legendary stick, but oh my god, his damage was so high. A good thing I killed it by kiting. Anyways, just below the snow biome was the desert. Like, oh my god, it was scorching hot here and the sand was blocking my vision. So there were a bunch of various stuff here. So I decided to make this area my base. I gotta move everything here. So far I have my chest set up here and my anvil furnace, workbench, and my sawmill. Everything was here. I'm just organizing my items. Making a bed is basically marking that this is my spawn point. At the very least, if I die, I would be transported here. Now I was building another house just opposite of mine. It was time to make the bard a house so I can have the desert blessing. And while I was minding my own business, the system informed me that something was coming from afar. A Slime King suddenly raided me out of nowhere. Good thing I had the bread. The bread gave me like an extra 50 HP. And I would like try to kill this king with my boomerang or all my ranged weapons if I can. I honestly can't believe that I would defeat the Slime King. But good thing that I did. I got a bunch of stuff from him, especially this mustache right here that increases my luck. I'm not sure what luck plays in this game. I don't know, maybe loot drop or critical chance. But anyways, we got some luck. I saw the traveling merchant again and I was very interested in buying the iron sword he had. And since there were like trees just around me, I decided to sell all the stuff related to trees. I could always just farm it again. So I sold my string, my leaves, and I bought myself the iron sword. And oh my god, I can one-shot the slimes with this now. I actually skipped to iron from copper. Because looking at the anvil, the item progression should be copper then iron. So I summoned the king slime again as I was confident I could destroy it with my iron sword pretty easily. And yes, I did. Pretty easy. I just whacked it with my iron sword. And I got myself a rapid jelly pistol. It uses mucus as an ammo and I have a bunch of mucus. So this is the bad boy in action. Just shooting some mucus. For the house I built, I made the guy moved in. And for the other house, which is my base, I had the blacksmith move in since I had the anvil and the furnace there. I needed to make 2 more houses for the merchant and the bard. The guide basically tells you what an item does. Like if you drag a stone, it tells you what is the possible you can craft with this item. So it's very useful and informative to have this guide around. For the blacksmith, she sold like iron axe and iron pickaxe. This is great because I really just want to skip from the progression and get like the iron tools. So it makes my life easier with mining and chopping wood. So I decided to just sell most of my wooden stuff and like just chop wood again, you know. The blacksmith could also reforge stuff, but it was very expensive. So no, not now. I'm poor. I then summoned the Slime King again, hoping I can get like another different type of item that maybe something that I can use. But well, I just got the gun again. But at the very least, the Slime King actually gives a lot of money, like around more than 500. With the jelly pistol as well, if I sell this, it sells around a good price, like I think around 500. So I kept exploring through the forest. I saw this heart-shaped plant or something surrounded by different kinds of flowers. So I rushed and tried to get it. It was a life flower. It gave me permanent 20 maximum HP. That's crazy. So I'm guessing I should explore more and find more of these flowers. There should be mana as well because, you know, it's like Terraria's life root and mana star. And since the desert was nearby, I decided to just mine some rocks and some nearby copper ores. But the menaces of the desert are pretty dangerous, like this mummy right here just throwing his bandage at me. The damage is pretty high, so I need to avoid them. Anyways, there was a house here surrounded by water, and yet again I found another summoning item for the king slime. I also found an amulet that decreases the enemy spawn, so that was great if I wanted to explore like higher leveled areas. So I tried mining a bunch of copper ores right here so I can upgrade my gears. But yeah, the desert just blocks my vision. So I need to make the goggles. So I'm gathering a bunch of sand so I can make the goggles. I mean the glass, then the goggles. Before actually doing that, I went home and built a house for the bard and the merchant. So talking to the bard gives me the protection from the desert. I should have started with this guy first before heading to the desert. As for the merchant, she sells a bunch of goodies. The best thing would be the potion and the return potion. I don't need to walk home anymore. I can just like teleport back home or something. She also sold a bunch of armors, the rusty set, and the frog leg. It can give dash. That's the thing we want the most, so we can go dashing in the game now. So I bought the entire armor set, I sold my slime gun, and I will fight the slime kings again for the loots. For the copper ores I found, I turned them into copper bars, and I'll turn them into a helmet for now, I guess. I didn't have enough to make the gears, so the helmet is good enough. I then sold a bunch of stuff so I can buy the iron axe from the blacksmith. I really wanted this axe as it makes my life easier on chopping wood. And if you notice, I already crafted myself the goggles that will protect me from the sand in the desert. I then ventured to the desert to collect a bunch of copper ores. It's so weird to see like the desert is just beside the ice biome. Anyways, as you can see at the ice biome, I'm gonna get those irons as well. And oh my god, I found like 2 heart flowers in one area. I'm gonna get both of them. I'm gonna risk my life in this freezing cold just to get this flower and run away. And with 2 flowers on hand, my HP is now 160. So I continued to the desert, mining some copper ores until I eventually found this area called the wasteland. This is the wasteland wood that I think I need to make some copper gears like pickaxe and axe. But I already have my iron pickaxe and axe, so I don't really need it. Found a rather good accessory that increased my range damage on this chest right here. I'm pretty happy for this find. As I continued deeper in the desert, I found my very first sunflower, surrounded by this dragon bone. Also, by mining this dragon bone, I got a bloody fang that increases my melee damage by 15%. I'm kinda getting full of accessories now. I'm not sure what to wear, but I decided to remove the mustache instead as I didn't know what luck does. Anyways, my MP is now 40 as I used the mana flower. Added like 20 permanent MP to my MP. I then went home and made more copper bars and completed my copper armor set. I also crafted myself the copper bow. I then checked with the guide what I can make with the copper bars I have. It doesn't seem like I can make anything else aside from what I already have or what I already have better of. So I decided to just sell all my copper ores. I then combined 2 of my accessories, the lantern and the goggles. It's really good that it protects me from the desert as well as lighting the area around me. I got a bunch of money from selling all my copper as they were pretty costly. I then saw the traveling merchant again and he was selling like an iron bow. So I sold my bronze bow and bought the iron bow. Since I had like 3k gold right now, I was feeling rich. I then crafted a bunch of sharp arrows since I had a lot of bones I didn't know what to do with. Tried fighting the king slime or the slime king with my bow. It dealt a pretty good damage. Like pretty good damage. It's also piercing. As for my magic staff, it's still the same weak little staff I had. Then ventured the desert some more to see if I missed something out. Mostly just to check if there are a bunch more chests that has like accessories I don't have yet. Like the shield right here. I don't really have any slots, so I'm probably not using this. There's also this rosary that increases my maximum MP and HP by 20. It's pretty good, but like I said, I don't have any more slot. I feel like all the accessories I'm wearing are pretty useful. Traveling merchant then showed up his face again to me and I found a gold bow he was selling. So I decided to sell my iron bow and bought the gold bow. I'm upgrading my items through money but not progression right now. I'm very rich from all the loots I'm selling. I saw this mole maze right here, but I just decided to just mine through it because I was not in the mood to think about what to do. I just wanted to get what was inside and it was just the same talisman as I already have. Oh look, another mana flower. Another life flower. And I found a really good item here. There is something called a recall scroll. It doesn't get consumed when you use it. So basically I have something that can teleport me home without using an item. I don't need these recall potions anymore. While exploring the desert, I stumbled upon this swamp area. I didn't really need to be here right now because currently I'm in a progression where I should be exploring the desert. So I'm gonna be running away from this. I think the swamp comes after the icy mountains or icy area. And looky, it's the merchant again. And he has a golden spear. So I guess I'll be selling my sword and I buy myself the spear. It deals a massive amount of damage compared to my iron sword. And it's fast and has a longer range. I love it. So far, I almost explored the entirety of the desert. And this was my first ever encounter with the golem. It drops like a stone heart. I believe this is for making potions. But I didn't really care much about making potions right now. Since I found this artifact, like this eye that increases critical chance, I combined it with my frog leg so I can make a lucky leg. I can now dash, and it also has the ability to give me like some crit chance. It's pretty great. I saw the merchant again, and he had a gold staff, and of course I bought it. It now fires like 3 magical fairies than 1 that the wooden staff gave us. It's amazing. Continued my adventure in the desert, but I was curious about this giant mushroom that the swamp had, so I chopped it up. They basically just gave me some mushroom wood. My current goal was just to explore the entirety of the desert, see if I missed anything. I was kinda hoping that there was a boss in the desert, but I never encountered anything that resembles a boss. I also found another flower in the desert. My HP would now be 220. And now that I was done searching the desert, I went home to make some hot drink. Basically, the hot drink will protect me for a few seconds on the cold. So I'm gonna now explore the ice area to get a bunch of irons. So I mined a bunch of iron ores so I can make iron bars. So I can make the complete iron armor set. I found this ice puzzle thingy where you have to precisely move so you can get to the chest, or else when you hit the spikes it will like throw you back from the beginning. I got myself the mana shield accessory, which I didn't really use, but it's always good to have. I then found a mining shaft right here. So I mined and mined until I broke the rock so I could enter the mines. Or the cave. And here I found the miner. The miner sells a bunch of bombs and ores. Only up till iron though. So in this mines, there were a lot of iron ores, mushrooms, and even gold ores. So I didn't really need to mine all these irons anymore. I could just mine gold and have a golden armor set and gold items. There were also ores that I couldn't mine, so I just ignored it for now. I needed the golden pickaxe to proceed. So after mining about 3 stacks of golden ores, I returned home. I couldn't make the gold pickaxe and the axe as I didn't have any swamp wood. But I crafted myself the entire golden armor set. Now I look really cool with this gold set. I also crafted myself the iron grappling hook. I can now hook myself or throw the hook to hook myself as well. And this is the hook in action. Pretty useful. Next up, I made a house for the miner. Now he's in my village. He marked something at the center of the caves because he heard something eerie. So I'm gonna be exploring the cave after I'm done with the mines in the icy area. I almost finished unlocking the entire map. I finally found the Yeti in the snow area. I needed the fur to make the scarf to resist the cold. And now I have it. It wasn't really that hard, maybe because I have gold gears already when I supposedly should have only iron right now. The wolf as well, it didn't last long. I saw the merchant again and I kinda made a mistake here. I bought this cutlass. It was actually a very slow weapon, and the damage wasn't that far from the golden spear. I kinda regret this. I wanted the golden spear back. But since I already have the cutlass, I just decided to go with it. I had like 9k gold, so I tried reforging my cutlass. It kinda hurt every time I click the reforge button, so I decided to just stick with a spiritual cutlass. And I went to the swamp to collect some swamp wood. I used something called the glow potion that gave like glow around me for 5 minutes. I found another NPC. It's called the witch, and she sells potion. That's crazy. I'm gonna be buying a bunch of speed potion to increase my speed so I can travel much faster. Also some medium or high grade HP potion, because I think the 50 HP potion won't do that much anymore. I fought a bunch of newt in the swamp. I need like 5 eye of newt to summon the boss here. I also mined a bunch of gold here, even though I already have like a bunch of gold at base. But it's always nice to have an extra, so I can sell to the NPC if I had too much. The hook was very useful in the swamp as I used it to travel from a small island to a small island. I eventually found a statue that needed the Eye of the Newt to summon a boss. I only had 3 at the moment, so I needed to find like 2 more newts to kill. I found the newt I was looking for and killed it, as well as this frog right here. My magic is dealing so much damage right now with the 3 fairies coming out. There's also the leech in this swamp. So yeah, they are no match. I had like 220 MP right now from all the mana flowers I got. It was time to summon the boss with the Eye of Newts. The burst of the magic dealt like 400 damage to the frog. But I ran out of MP, so I'm trying to use my bow now. That wasn't so hard. So yeah, I got myself a crown, a poison sack, and a bow from this frog. The bow is really good. It summons a bubble whenever I attack. For the ground, it didn't have that much armor, but it did give like an additional 50 HP and MP, and it looks pretty nice having a crown. I also have a hook called a frog tongue, basically a frog tongue. So the compressed bow or the compressed crow, I don't know how to pronounce this. Yeah, it's almost a bubble and this will massive damage. Upon returning home with the swamp wood on hand, I made myself the gold pickaxe and the gold axe. I then made the witch a house so I can purchase her potions anytime. I upgraded my potions to the high HP potions and I sold off all my lower quality potions. There is only one more thing I need to do in this prologue. Basically, just go to the mines and rescue the captain. With a speed potion, I was zooming. Look at this running speed right here. Once I reached the mines, I only had one goal here. Basically, to get to the center of the mines. The rock I couldn't mine before was actually diamonds. But on the description, it says diamonds are pretty useless. You just sell it to the merchants. And they're like 300 gold each, I think. And I checked with the item guide and I couldn't really make anything out of the diamonds. The monsters in the mine include like those skeleton pirates and the spiders. For some reason, I would just one-shot them. I guess the cutlass was pretty good. I found a treasure chest in the mines and it was a bloody spear. I actually have the spear back and it had like a perk, the bloody perk. Gave like 19% more damage. Anyways, as I reached the center of the mines, there was a person inside this cocoon. Help him before it comes back. I don't know what he means, but this is probably the captain we're looking for. So I broke him free from his restrictions and I found the captain. And he said it was too late and he disappeared just like that. He left me with this spider. I used up my speed potion so I can dodge easily. And with that, I have defeated the mineral spider. I got a lot of spider ingots, a spider boots, and a spider staff. The spider set provides an additional 1 dash. So I wanted to kill the spider more so I can complete the armor set. The staff, it fired this laser beam. It's kinda crazy to look at, honestly. Look at that. So yeah, I grinded the spider some more in order to get a bunch of ores and a bunch of ingots as well as the spider items. I killed it again and I got a spider spear, but no armor. Until it eventually dropped it for me. And now, I have the complete spider set. And this is how it looks. I'm a spider now. I then went home and reforged my spider spear. And I got a critical spider spear, which has like plus 100% crit chance. That's crazy. It's like 100% crit. That's kind of dumb, but... yeah, look at the amount of money I have. I'm selling all of these lucky spider stuff. I have like 60k right now. So with the spider ingot, I could craft the spider omni tool. It functions as an axe and a pickaxe. So I don't need to switch from axe and pickaxe anymore. I could have just crafted the armor set, but I'm glad I stuck around at the spider's nest to kill the boss, because I couldn't have gained the spear if I just went home. So yeah, that was it for the prologue. There is no more other content I can find right now. So thank you guys for watching this video. It was honestly a really fun game. I did not expect this to be very fun. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye! Alright, I made the captain a house and I wishlist Tinkerland. Alright, thank you guys for watching again.